Hello.
And Corey Pino, Principal, Holy Trinity High School.
Hello.
And one of our OCSB researchers, Lauren Figueredo.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So I just want to say thank you so much for attending. I know it's a busy afternoon for some of you, but you've taken time to attend this session. And we hope to share with you and that you are able to learn more about our upcoming OCSB Student Census. Your questions are really very important to us.
And so to tell you a little bit of the agenda for today's session, we will start with a short presentation to explain the student census, followed by question and answer session. You'll note there's a few functions on the bottom of your screen that I would like to bring to your attention, and you'll see a picture of it in the slide deck. So the CC button to the left of the hand symbol will turn on closed captioning. Information on how to change the closed captioning to translate to the language of your choice is provided in the Meet link invitation. You also may notice that the chat function is off. When you click on the waffle button at the bottom left, you can access the question and answer function to write your questions at any time during the presentation. And you will notice they won't pop up, but we will see it on our end. At the end of the session, I will be sure to direct your questions to the right person. And at that time, we'll also turn the recording off so you feel comfortable to ask your questions. So I now turn it over to Associate Vladi.
Every student and family is essential to the Ottawa Catholic School Board's story. This February, the Ottawa Catholic School Board will be conducting our second student census. This census is an official survey that asks specific questions to gather information about the students in our school board. At the OCSB, the student census is more than a legal requirement. It is an opportunity to celebrate the diversity of our Catholic school community. By sharing information about themselves, students and families help the board understand student needs, inform strategies to remove barriers, and create learning environments where all students feel valued, seen, and supported. Monitoring systemic barriers enables the Ottawa Catholic School Board to close achievement gaps, dismantle structural obstacles, and advance the fair treatment of every individual in our community. We want to learn about our students, and this will make a difference in our schools. Under the Anti-Racism Act 2017 and the Ontario's Education Equity Action Plan, school boards are required to collect and report identity-based data every 5 years. This is authorized under the Ontario Human Rights Code to identify and address systemic barriers and discriminatory practices. Our first census took place in May of 2022. It had a relatively low participation rate, and thus the data that was collected was limited. Now, the derecho occurred just before the census was launched, and we feel that was a factor. Additionally, our school board community has grown and changed over time. Based on this, we wanted to conduct our second census a year early. We are eager to improve participation rates and collect rich data about our changing student community. We are looking to use this data to know our students better and improve their learning experiences in our schools. Thank you.
There will be 3 slightly different surveys differentiated by the age of the student. We will ask the same questions about their race, ethnicity, language, place of birth, disability, indigeneity, gender, and religion. For all questions, there will be an open-ended text box. In the event students do not see their identity represented, they can type in their answer. There will also be the choice to indicate, I prefer not to answer, or I'm not sure. For students in grades 9 through 12, there will be an additional question about sexual orientation and a drop-down menu for gender identity. We understand we are asking for personal information. Our focus for this afternoon is to provide information in a clear and transparent way so that you can trust and have confidence in our data and security and in what we will do with the data, so that you will consent for your child to participate. The survey should take 5 to 7 minutes to complete. A link for the parent surveys for kindergarten to grade 3 students will be emailed directly to parents' personal emails. You will be able to fill it out for them. As other boards are doing, students in grades 4 through 12 will complete the survey in class. The survey will be in English, and tech can be used to have it read to the child. Schools will be making specific plans to support students of all abilities to complete the census. Some older students may need their parents to fill out the survey for them, and we have a system in place for that. Please reach out to your child's school if you have any questions.
The student census is entirely voluntary. So parents will receive an email with all of the information that they need in order to make an informed decision about whether or not they wish for their child or children to participate in the census. If a parent decides that they do not wish for their child to participate, in that same email, they will have a link to an opt-out form, and they can complete and submit the opt-out form on their child's behalf, and that form will be submitted centrally to our school board office, at which time the student's access to the survey will be blocked. So on the day of administration of the census survey at that child's school, if the student tries to access the survey, they will receive an error message. In addition, on the day of the administration at each school, school staff will be indicating to students that it is entirely their right and their choice to decide whether they wish to participate in the census or not. If they do not wish to participate, they simply work quietly at their desk while the census is being administered. In addition, students will be told that at their discretion, they can choose to move through the census survey and pick and choose which questions they prefer to answer. So any question can be skipped if they prefer not to answer that question. The census survey, due to its private and sensitive nature, will be treated similarly to the way students would complete a test. So they would be asked to work quietly and independently, not to chat with their neighbor, to keep their eyes on their own device, etc. The census survey is not anonymous. This is due to the fact that the ministry mandate is for school boards to collect identifying information so that they can use those data to link it with student databases that have various achievement and academic indicators. All protocols at our school board will be followed to ensure the confidentiality of the census data. This includes safe and secure storage, restricted access to only 2 researchers at the school board, a retention schedule, which involves removing and destroying the identifying data after a period of a maximum of 1 year, never sharing any individual student data or the raw data files, suppressing any types of analyses that have less than 20 respondents, and finally, only sharing analyses in the form of high-level summary reports aggregated across various groups.
you can opt out of any, or sorry, you can opt out any or all of your children in advance of the survey. You will receive an email with a link to the opt-out form at the beginning of the opt-out period shown here. So starting next week. Each school will decide on the dates that they will be administering the survey during the window of time indicated here.
Hey, just a quick update. The OCSB Student Census is coming up. Have you heard about it?
It's a super short survey,
like less than 10 minutes.
and it's all about you.
Yes, you,
All about you, like languages you speak.
or how you identify.
And more.
And no, it's not like a test.
No, it is not a test.
You can skip any question you want.
The answers stay private.
So why fill it out?
Why fill it out?
Because everyone should feel welcome at school.
Because everyone at our school should feel welcome.
The student census helps the OCSB understand who we are, so they can make things better for all students.
When I share information about myself, it helps improve my school life as well as the lives of my friends and the future students.
Students can start to complete the survey starting on February 24th.
It's February 24th.
Student census opened February 24th.
By filling out the census, we are helping shape the OCSB we want to be a part of.
We're completing the census for the OCSB that we want. How about you?
So that was great. You can see these are all of our OCSB students, and some of those students are student members on our census committee, and we're so proud of them. In terms of turning results into actions, with the resulting data from the census, along with other data the board collects, the student census will help the Ottawa Catholic School Board know and understand our students and their needs better. It will help us make decisions that could improve learning, well-being, and inclusion by identifying areas where additional supports may be needed. It will help improve resources and student programs for students with diverse backgrounds. And lastly, the census will help us celebrate the diversity of our student population.
So this next slide will show you what it looks like when you go onto our OCSB board website and you put in student census. There's link to this very same information we've just presented, but we know that you might have questions after thinking about what we've said today, after talking to some other people in your schools or other parents. You can always go back to our board website to look to see if you can find your answer. And you will see on the board website too that if your answer isn't there, we welcome you to reach out to research@ocsb.ca. And don't worry, that email information is there as well. So this concludes the presentation part of our afternoon. I'm just going to take a few moments to stop the recording, to stop presenting, and I'm going to look to see if there's any questions in the question and answer portal. So if you want to take a few moments to type something in there, we welcome your questions.